Hi, welcome to DP Animations. So on this episode, we will be taking a look at creating another version of the Contestants Carousel reveal, which happens to be a 2D style. Unlike the previous style, this style happens to be simple and quite elegant. Okay, please kindly like, subscribe, comment, and share. All right, let's start. So let me open After Effects. So let me create a new composition with a width of 430 and a height of 650. Let me name it card 1. Card 1. 30 seconds is okay. Okay. So this is where I'm going to design the card. Okay, the picture cards. Okay. So let me design the picture card first before we continue. So let me bring in some materials to be used. I have some pictures here. Let me upload them inside. So within the pictures, there's a card picture here. So we'll click and drag it in. Let me scale it down. Okay. So let me come to Effects and Preset and type Fill. Double click to apply it. Let me make it white. All right. So I'm going to draw a rounded rectangular shape on the surface of this. So right click in New, Shape Layer. Then come here, then select Rounded Rectangular 2. Then maybe stand somewhere here. Okay, let me come closer. Then you draw. So let me end somewhere here. All right. So I don't need a stroke here, so I'll off it. Okay, let me off it. The fill, let me change the color to something like red. All right. Okay. Now let me bring an image here. One of the images here. Let me click and drag it underneath that particular shape. Press S, then scale it down small. All right. Then come to the alpha matte here, then select alpha matte shape 1. Okay, so that it will carve out the shape on the image. So let me scale the image down a bit more. All right. So after this, you can do the rest of the design on the surface that you saw, any design at all, or write the name or anything at all that you want. So let me just write any name, or let me just write name. Okay, just write any name. Let me just change the font so that it will be visible enough. So I'll leave it like this so that we won't waste time. So for the interface, once you have done this, the rest, you can just take your time and design it. So we are done with card 1. So what we are going to do is we are going to duplicate it something like 12 times. Okay, so that we have multiple cards here. So Control D, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we have the card duplicate 12 times here. So now let's create another composition. This is going to be a square composition, okay? Let's, the width and the height to be something like 4,000 by 4,000. 4,000, let me name it square. Just square is okay. So we have this for the square. Now right click in, New, then come select Solid. Make comp size, okay? And you click OK. So after that, come to the Tools menu. Okay. Then select the ellipse tool. Double click on it so that it will carve a perfect circle on the solid layer that you have created on the square composition. All right. Then press S for scale. Then let's scale it to something like 47%. Okay. So that it will be a tiny dot, something like a dot in the middle there. So this is what you are going to use to determine the center position of the card. All right. So click and drag card 1 onto it. Okay. Then what you're going to do is you are going to push it to the top. So use the arrow key, then press to push it to the top. Let me see. Let's sit on it. I think this is okay. Okay. Okay, so now this is what you're going to do. Let's right click in, New, then select Null Objects. Okay. Let's rename the null objects. Rotation. So let me duplicate the card 12 times here also. Then later on, I'll just switch it here. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think that's okay. So let me see how many we have. Okay, so 12. So later on, I'll just use this one to replace all these one, the card 111 that I have here. Okay, all right. So here is where the trick lies. Around this is 360. Okay, we are going to distribute them around the circle. All right. So the first card, click on the pick whip here and link it to the rotation, which is the null object. Okay. Then on the rotation, the null object rotation, press R. So on the first card, let's type 30. You see that it has moved it. Okay. So now the second one, the same thing. Click on the pick whip and link it to the null object, which is the rotation. Then 30 plus 30, 60. Then you enter, just like that. The fourth one, click, link, then plus 30 again, 90. Okay. The fifth one, you link it, plus 30, which will give you something like 120 or so. The sixth one, link it, plus 30, which will give you 150. Okay. So we are on the sixth one. Now the seventh one, click and link it to the rotation, plus 30 again, which will give you something like 180. Okay, so we are on the eighth one. You click and link it to the null object, which is the rotation. So 180 plus 30, which will be something like 210. Okay, so the ninth one, let's link it, plus 30, 240. Okay, the 10th one, link it to the rotation, so 240 plus 30, which is 270. Then you enter. So we are on the 11th one. You link it, 270 plus 30, which is 300. Then you enter. Okay. So we are on the 12th one, which is going to be the last one. Click and link it to the rotation. Okay. So 300 plus 30, which is 330. Then you enter. All right. So now we have all our cards here, okay, distributed around the circle. All right. So when you look at this one, the last one, which is 0, 0, okay, that's the starting point. So we ended at 330. So the last one will be the starting point, which is the 0, 0. All right. Okay. So we are going to use the null object, which is the rotation, to do the animation. Okay. Oh, let me just change the images here. So card 1, card 2, let me replace it here. Let me replace this 3. Let me replace 6. Let me replace card 4 with card 5, card 6, card 7. Let me replace it, all of them. So the last one, which is card 12. So let me do a fast animation here. First, let me set a key on the rotation, okay, our starting point. Then come to something like 2 seconds. Then what we are going to do is we are going to do one rotation cycle. So on 360, let's rotate it. Okay, I did not link the last one, so let me link it. I did not link it. So let's go one rotation cycle. I can't see the middle point well, so let me use the rulers to determine that. So let me come to view, show rulers. Okay, let me use the rulers to mark that so we can see the middle point well. Okay, so it falls on it perfectly. So let me come a little bit backwards. Okay, so this is it. Okay. So after this, I can take off the circle so that it will be left with only this. All right. So let me bring the scale. So what we are going to do is the first one, let me bring it up so that we can see it quickly. So R on the rotation, So from here, I think the rotation is too much. So let me close in a bit. Let me make it something like 1 second, close to, let me see. Okay. Select the two keys, then ease them. So the rotation will be something like 1 second. Let me end it at 1 second. All right. So between 1 second, then 2 seconds, we will move the rotation to bring the next image. Okay. But before that, let's change the pictures within the composition. Okay. So double click card 1, open card 1, card 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, then 12. Okay. So card 1, let me see the image I'm replacing it with. So hold the Alt key, click and drag to replace it. Press S, then scale it up. Okay. Then let me close it. Card 2, hold the Alt key, click and drag to replace it. Press S, then scale it up to fit. Then you close it. Card 3, hold the Alt key, click and drag to replace it, then scale it down. Okay. Card 4, hold the Alt key, click and drag to replace it, then scale it up. Card 5, hold the Alt key, click and drag to replace it, then scale it down. Press S to scale it down. Let me close it. Card 6, hold the Alt key, click and drag to replace it. Press S to scale it up. Card 7, hold the Alt key, click and drag to replace it. Press S to scale it up. Card 8, hold the Alt key, click and drag to replace it. Press S, then scale it up. Okay. Card 9, hold the Alt key, click and drag to replace it. Press S, then scale it up. Card 10, hold the Alt key, click and drag to replace it. Press S, then scale it up. Hold the Alt key, click and drag to replace it. Press S, then scale it up. Okay. I think I'm done here. So let's continue. Now we have replaced all the images in the scene. Okay. So now we are coming to the card 1. Okay. So on 3 seconds, let's rotate it so that it will fall on the next image. Let it fall on the line perfectly. Okay. Let's see. Okay, it falls on it perfectly. So on the card, press S for scale. Okay. So from here to here, so coming from here, the middle here, set a key in the middle between the rotation and 1 second within the ending of that rotation. Let's scale the image up, scale it up. Okay. So something like 140. Okay. So you have something like this. See that? It's too slow, so let me see. Okay. So I will use half a frame for the scaling. Okay. So from there, let me see. Okay. So half a frame for the scaling. All right. So from there, maybe I'll maintain another half so that it will stay there. Okay. So from here to 4 seconds, then you go back to the 100. It's normal size. Okay. Let me see. Okay. So let me see. All right. So let me go something like 5 seconds. 5 seconds. So that the next rotation will start from 4. Okay. So let's set a key here. Then on 5 seconds, Okay, in 5 seconds, the next rotation will come in. So let's go. The next picture. Okay. All right. So picture 2, press S for the scale. Press S for the scale. Then you set a key. Then have a frame. You scale it to something like 140. 140. All right. So somewhere within 7 seconds, okay, to 8 seconds, let's set an ending key. Then 8 seconds, let's go back to the 100. Okay. So on 7 seconds, the next rotation will start. So let's set an ending key on the next rotation. Okay. Then on 8 seconds, let's move it. Okay. So now let's come to scale card 3. Okay. Card 3. Let's set a scale key. Then have a frame. Let's scale it to 140. All right. Then have to 11 seconds. Let's set an ending key for the card 3. Then 11 seconds. Let's go back to its normal size, which is the 100. Then on rotation, let's start the next rotation from 10 seconds. Set a key, an ending key. Then on 11 seconds, let's go the next rotation. So the next one is going to be card 4. Scale on card 4. Let's set a beginning key, half a frame. Then let's scale it to 140. 140. Then move the key point to half 13 seconds, half to 14 seconds. Then let's end the scale on 100. Then on 13 seconds on rotation on null objects, let's set an ending key. Then on 14 seconds, let's rotate it to the next image. Okay. So the next image is card 5, press S. Let's set a beginning key, then move half of it, then scale it to 140. Okay. Then half of 16 seconds, let's set an ending key. Then 70 seconds, the normal size, which is 100. Then the rotation on null objects, let's set an ending key. Then the next rotation on 17 seconds. Let's go to the next image. So we have done half of the rotation. So 6 seconds, card 6. Let's set a beginning key, half of it, let's scale it to 140. Then half of 19 seconds, let's set an ending key. Then its normal size on 20 seconds, let's go 100. Okay. Then on 19 seconds on rotation, let's set an ending key. Then 20 seconds, the next rotation will come in. So card 7, let's set a beginning key. Half of it, let's scale it to 140. Then half of 22 seconds, let's set an ending key. Then 23 seconds, its normal size, which will be 100. Then on rotation, on 22 seconds, let's set an ending key. Then on 23 seconds, the next rotation will come in. Okay. So card 8, S, to scale it up, let's set a beginning key. Half of it, let's scale it to 140. Half of 25 seconds, let's set an ending key. Then 26, normal size, which is 100. Okay, then from 25, let's set an ending key. Then 26, the normal rotation. Let's go to the next image. So guys, this is it. Let's do card 9, then let's go back to the work. Press S, then set a beginning key. Then half of it, let's scale it to something like 140. 140. Then half of 28, let's set an ending key. Okay. Then 29. 29, let's go back its normal size, which is 100. Then the 28, Let's set an ending key here, rotation key. Okay. Then from 29, you can just go the normal one, rotation first. Okay. Then let's maybe 30, just do a normal round rotation. Maybe let me end it here. So let's end it here. Okay. So let me create another composition, 1920 by 1080. Okay. Let me name it final. So click and drag square. Oh, I almost forgot. Let's come to the square again. Then from card 9 to card 1 here, press U to bring out all the key points. Okay. Bring out all the key points. Then you can select all the key points, then easy ease them. Okay. So let's see what we have. You see? Simple. So let me just leave it like this. So now let's come to the final. Let's bring let's bring the square in. Okay. So when you bring it in, use the arrow key to bring it down. Bring it down. Let me see, 2 seconds. Let me bring it down. Let's come down more. Come down more. Okay, so I think this is okay. So what we are going to do here is this. Press P for position, then hold the shift key, then S for the scale. So let's set a key on both. All right, that's 2 seconds there. So let's bring the timeline backwards. Then the position, let's scale it down. Then let's position it in the middle. Scale it down a bit more. So let's go, let's scale it down. So let me see. Okay. So I think this would do. Let's easy ease them. All right. All right. So let me see the ending here. Okay, so the ending here, let me set an ending key on both of them, then copy the beginning points and bring it to the last end here, then paste them. Okay, so we are in business. So I'll do this, the final, let me rename it to Blair, then duplicate the Blair, what is it, the Blair composition, then rename the second one sharpen, so that I won't waste my time applying multiple effects and stuff. Okay, so now let me create another composition for the final. So final, okay, so the final, let me bring the blur composition in, then the sharpen composition on top. Okay, so here is what will happen. The sharpen, let me select the rectangular masking tool, then I'll select only this portion of the sharpen. Okay, only this portion of the sharpen. So I won't have to use multiple effects in doing this. Okay. The blur, come to effects and presets, then type, let me just use Gaussian blur. Then apply it to the bottom one. So let me increase the size. Something, let me see, 20. Then apply something like, let's see, hue and saturation. Let me see. Okay. So the blur amounts, let me go 30. So the sharpen, double click on M. attributes. Okay, then maybe let me feather the maxing edge here, something like 40. Then let's go, okay, let me make it 30 rather. 30. So okay, so what I'll do is there's a blur underneath the masking here that I want to take out. So I'll click on the blur, the middle part there, then take out that particular one so that I'll have the sharpen very well. So let me select subtract on the masking. Okay, so that this way the sharpen will be alone on itself. Okay, so let's see, this is what we have. Okay, guys, so this is it. We are done here. Okay, the rest is just maybe designing a background for it, then maybe add a few touches, a few designs if you like particle, throwing some particles. All right, this tutorial is getting too long, so guys, okay, so if you want to add a few touches, you can use the orange here. Let me scale it a bit down a bit. Maybe you can decide to bring stroke, double click to apply it, then original, let's change it to transparent, increase the stroke size, let me see, 5. Okay, you can duplicate it, then scale it up. Okay, so this way too is so another star. But when doing this one, you can decide to do the shapes separately, the stroke shapes separately, so that the blurriness won't affect the strokes. Okay, so that the strokes will stand on their own. So all that you have to do is just duplicate that particular composition, then clear the images inside, then maintain only the stroke, then bring them into your final. Okay, all right, see you next time, guys.